episode of Entrepreneurs and Fuego, season 2. Already season 2, man. You're like, where did the time go when you're having
I'm
fun?
ready.
Jarret, Ransom.
Yes.
The Rayvan Group.
That's right.
The Queen of Grants.
Yes.
And you can
others.
And others.
Yes.
Is your, rather than me saying and explaining what you do, why don't you explain to us what you do?
Sure. So the Rayvan Group was started in 2009, and we offer nonprofit consulting, and pretty much everything in our wheelhouse is development related, so fundraising related. And our best clients that we work with are the nonprofits here in the Valley, mostly here local, that are 501c3 established, and we help them with everything fundraising. So we really build in sustainable fundraising practices, everything from grants, which is usually our bread and butter, but we do board development, we do strategic planning, we do program evaluation, even professional interim executive director roles.
This is my pet peeve.
Yeah.
I get calls every day, and people are like, I need a little bit of help because I want to start a nonprofit organization.
Yes.
I'm like, why?
Yes.
I want to have a 501c3. Why? Oh, because I have a passion for animals that are, without a home.
Right.
I'm like, I am pretty sure that there is a foundation that does that already.
Correct.
What can you do?
Yes.
What do you tell those? Because believe me, that's probably the number one question that I get. So what do you tell those people before we get right into what you do?
So one of the opportunities that we offer through the Rayvan Group is customized coaching, and that's perfect. So what I decided is I was tired of eating lunch and going to coffee meetings on a daily basis, that I said, we need to monetize this. So we do one-on-one customized coaching that essentially we work through strategic plans or planning. So if you say, I want to start a new dachshund rescue, I'm going to say, great. Have you Googled that? And have you looked through to see how many other, let's say, dog rescues, right?
Oh, but mine is different.
Right. So we help
because mine is only for Chihuahuas.
Right. So we go through all of that, and we help them do their competitive benchmarking, their generic benchmarking, figure out a collaborative and a partnership here in the Valley, and if not here in the Valley, even state and worldwide, so that maybe they can start a local chapter.
And what a lot of us do not know, Jarret, is that there are alternatives to the 501c3. I mean, you can still follow your passion, do all these great things and so forth, but not necessarily through a 501c3, but rather through a sponsorship.
Correct. So you could have a fiscal sponsorship. There's a couple here in the Valley, and there's a couple elsewhere outside of Phoenix that you can go in and partner. So even if you want to become a 501c3, but you're under the 3-year mark, that would be a great partnership. Or if you aren't quite established and don't know if you want to truly open a 501c3, that would be a great program to go through.
Like many businesses, a nonprofit is a business.
Absolutely.
And it has about an 80-85% chance of failing.
Yes.
So you might as well go to somebody like yourself who's traveled the road. And that's the other thing that I want to talk to you about. And as you can see, I'm such a very good expert.
Yes.
You see the segue where I'm going through your personal story?
I feel it coming.
Can you see it coming and everything else? I'm just warning you.
Yes.
But anyway, they go to somebody like you so that you can coach them into not making any mistakes or unnecessary mistakes. We're all going to make mistakes, but not unnecessary, foolish mistakes that come with not knowing what the road looks like ahead of you.
Well, we can always learn from others, right? So the Rayvan Group actually started in 2009 when I became a reduction in force, much like many of us here when the economy crashed. So I curled up in the fetal position for about a week. I cried. And I decided, you know what? It's time to start my LLC.
But your story is deeper than that. I mean,
it's a little deeper,
It goes way, way deeper than that, Jarret. I mean, if you're comfortable about sharing a little bit about, how to really overcome obstacles, we're talking about
Big obstacles.
Big obstacles right here.
Well, true. And in 2010, I became a single mom, and that's part of the reason for the Rayvan Group is I'm able to serve my clients on my timeline. So I don't punch a time clock, but I do make sure my deliverables and my expectations are met, which I love. So working on a single income and being the active mom, going on field trips, participating in their lunches, I just got back from a week vacation. So making sure that I can do that as a single active mom is very very important to me, and the Raven Group helps to do that.
And I am sure your vacation, you were probably watching emails, you were watching your text messages, and you have a beautiful son you spend a lot of time with, but you don't punch a clock because you don't have a clock like most entrepreneurs who don't have a clock.
No, in fact, I think I work much more than I do in, let's say, a typical 40-hour work week.
Because you feel the responsibility for the people that you're coaching, the people that are engaged in your services. I mean, one thing is for us to do the service for ourselves, but another one is, I mean, you take it to a completely different plateau when you're doing a service for somebody else.
For a client, yes.
Oh, yeah.
So I typically do a lot of work in the evenings. My clients don't necessarily know that, but that's me doing a lot of preparation work or grant research, prospect researching
and you're
for my
connected,
clients.
Man. You know everybody.
I do. I've been here 15 years, so that's nice. Thank you.
Which is very important if somebody's writing a grant.
Yes.
You have to, I mean, at the end of the day, it's a personal relationship. Yeah, I mean, you could write the most fabulous grant, and in paper, it might look okay, but it isn't until you pick up the phone. Oh, hi, Mary, how you doing? This is Jarret. Remember me?
It's like applying for a job resume or a job interview, right?
Yep.
And you're much more likely to hire someone that comes by referral or you have a previous connection than someone, you know, in the stack of papers of resumes and you happen to get that person. So connections and the relationships go a long way here in the Valley.
What's the one thing that we don't know about? I wasn't going to say about you because about grants.
Well, I say
about you grants.
About my grants. Well, for that really is to follow directions. They are all very different, so you cannot copy and paste one grant to fit another grant. Okay. They're not cookie cutter.
Gotcha.
So, you know, they may ask a lot of the same questions, but they're not the same. And what they're really asking is you have to tailor it to make sure it's still a mission match for what they want to fund, but for that particular foundation.
What do we know about you?
About me? Well,
you're a fighter, man. I mean, if I ever known anybody in my
resilient. That is my name. Yes.
You are, man.
Yes.
You are.
What is that quote? You know, you fall down 9 times and you get up 10.
Yeah, of course.
So,
but it is that resilience, though. I mean, anybody that is watching this, it is that resilience that you put behind every single grant, every single project that you do, that you undertake.
Right.
I want to have somebody in my corner that has that resilience, that has that tenacity, that knows or that has failed in the past and knows how to get up.
And persistent. Right. I've always been the kind that if I know I need to achieve X, I'm always looking to achieve X plus Y. Because I don't settle for X.
Now you're talking mathematics, man.
Sorry.
Now you're confusing me. And I'm gonna start throwing some calculus your way.
Oh, well, that I can't do. But sometimes you do have to put statistics and analytics in your grants.
You have to, exactly.
Yes.
You see, beautifully said.
Thank you.
I mean, you're just a pro, man.
Yeah.
But you have to know all these little nuances about grant writing. I mean, you can do it yourself, right?
You could.
You could, and then when it gets turned down,
hire a pro.
Or you can hire a pro to do it. And,
right.
And to be sure, there's no guarantee that the grant.
There is no guarantee.
But your chances of getting that grant are increased tremendously, exponentially.
Absolutely. We always say it's a 3-to-1 probability. So when we do grant prospecting, if you need $100,000, we're prospecting $300,000.
Gotcha.
Yes.
Why wouldn't anybody hire your services?
I don't know.
I have no idea.
I'll turn my phone on right now.
What is your phone number, by the way?
Oh,
let's give you a name. Let's give you a prop here.
Well, theravengroup.com is the name of the company, and then you can call my cell, which is 480-251-4108, and that's also on the website for the business.
And that number is one more time?
480-251-4108.
I always wanted to do that. It sounded like a commercial.
Infographics.
Yes. You're phenomenal, man. I admire you so much, and the work that you do. Not only because you are resilient, not only because you've been able to overcome so many obstacles, Jarret, and that's my respect to you, but also because here in the Valley, here in Phoenix, people like yourself that honestly will tell someone, hey, this is what I think about your possibilities or your prospects for getting this grant. Perhaps we can try this other way or something like that. You will tell it how it is.
And I've been told that. So if you go to the website, there's a testimonial, and this gentleman, and he says she cuts through the BS, and she is a straight shooter.
BS meaning?
that stuff. Good try.
I was just trying to get it out. You're happy?
Yeah.
You look happy.
Thank you. I
You're
just got back from vacation.
I know, you're all relaxed and everything else. We're all like tense. We're ready for the 4th of July, by the way.
Yeah.
2016.
Right, thank you.
I'm going to let you take us out. How
No.
Yeah, take us out. You got to say, with that, we're out, and then we're out.
With that, we're out.
Welcome to the remix. Prestige.